Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a great day today. So today's video is going to be a fun one. I haven't done this type of video in a while. Most of the time my videos I'm doing spoilers, unboxings, like for subscription boxes, but this is just going to be an all makeup review video. First impressions, the brand Catkin Cosmetics reached out to me and said, hey, can we send you a few items, hear your thoughts on them, share them with your viewers. So that's what we're going to do today. Catkin Cosmetics, they did send me a BB cream, an eyeshadow palette, and a lipstick. And their packaging is so pretty. Everything is inspired by the Chinese silk screens. And personally, I love that aesthetic. I actually have a few pieces in my personal collection in my house that are that type. They're actual silk screens. One of them is an antique that sadly my niece put her foot through it whenever she was a toddler. It was one of those situations where I knew she was going to do it. I'm like, you better not do that, but she looked at me, grinned, and the foot went through it. So yeah, just a little story for you there. But yeah, we're going to be trying out these products and giving you my thoughts on them. I have played with one of them, but the other two I haven't touched whatsoever. But yeah, if you are new here, make sure you take a second to hit that subscribe button to become part of the Wolfpack family, because I would love to have you join. And now let's get into some makeup. So the first item we're going to be trying out today is an eyeshadow palette. This is the number C08 Morandi Seasonal Matte Shimmer Eyeshadow Palette. They do say that this is waterproof, although I have not had a chance to test that. And it features 9 single eyeshadows and a lot of shimmers in here. So if you love shimmer, this is definitely for you. And it has a couple of mattes here. Sorry, it's hard to show you guys what it looks like because of the glare on the packaging. But these two shades up here, this is mostly a cool tone palette, but I have found that these mattes, they're more neutral, so they kind of work for everything. And this shade in particular, I've been using it so much recently. I wanted to give this one a test before I did this video, just to kind of get my feel for it and see what kind of looks I wanted to do. I used this recently in a Boxycharm video where I only used that shade and a yellow shade from another eyeshadow palette to make the look, and I got a lot of compliments on it. This is just the perfect neutral shade, and I think you can make it work with pretty much anything. Now, I have swatched all of these shades, and a lot of them, they're buildable pigmentation. There are several of the shimmer shades that are kind of a little bit more of a sheer formula, but there's so much sparkle to them, I don't mind whatsoever. It looks really, really pretty. Now, I have done an all smoky eye look with this blue in here just because I wanted to see how the pigmentation was on it, and I'll show a picture of it here on the screen. It turned out so beautiful, and I layered one of the shimmer shades over top of it to kind of get more of a wet cement look. I think people, whenever they're talking about C Beauty, a lot of times they see the promotional ads for them and they see a lot of softer, very, very light, super light glam. They don't really think of them as having pigmentation or intensity, but this blue did a really, really good job. I have a look in mind that I want to do for today's video using this blue, just not as intense as that smoky eye. So I'm going to zoom you on in. We're going to see what we can come up with this palette. To map out the look, we're going in with a detailed pencil brush and make sure that you knock off as much excess from the brush that you can. And we're going to switch over to a fluffy shading brush to start blending out the outer corner. And we're going to take that very carefully on the inner corner as well. And after wiping off as much of the pigmentation that you can from the brush, we're going to start smoothing out our blend, moving upward. And now picking up the top middle shimmer shade, we're going to start placing that in the negative space between the inner and outer corner. So we're doing a halo smoky eye with a gold, super reflective pigment in the middle. And the way that the shading is done, the halo effect is actually going to be at an angle. Then taking the dark nude shade in here, we're using that very, very lightly just to help blend out that blue up towards the brow bone and make it look a little bit more blended together. And then we're going to go back with our pencil brush into the blue shade, and we're going to use that to do a little bit of detail on the inner and outer corner of the halo eye. I know this is a little bit more of an editorial look and not everyone will want to wear this type of look, but I really just want to try out some of the colors and kind of get different combinations for it. But make sure you keep watching till the end, because I will have pictures of other ways I've used the palette. That way, if you're trying to get an idea for softer looks or more everyday kind of looks, they're in here as well. But the next thing we're going to do is put on eyeliner and lashes. Alright, so we've got the upper eyeshadow done, liner, mascara. Now we're going to move on to the complexion. And I'm hoping that this look kind of comes together. In person, it doesn't look bad at all. It looks kind of like a mysterious stranger we meet at a fancy party kind of look. I don't know how it looks on camera, but that's how it is in person. But anyways, next time we're going to move on to is our foundation. And this is the BB cream. This retails for $21.99. It's on sale. Normally it's $23.99. And they do have 5 different shades available of this in their line. I really like the presentation on this. The way that they did it, it kind of makes it seem like its own gift box. Very beautiful. That way if you want to give it to someone as a gift. And on the inside you do come with 1 compact and 1 refill. And the shade that they sent me is CO1 Natural Medium. And on the inside you do have a full-size mirror, and you have the applicator, which this also has the silk screen on it. And I love their attention to detail on this. I think it's really pretty, and it does fit very comfortably. And then the next thing you have is the foundation. It does come sealed, and again with that little peacock. I think that's what that bird is. So here is our first look at it. So this is the foundation. It honestly looks a little bit dark in the pan, but we'll see how it applies. And also with us trying a BB cream, we'll be able to see how good the coverage is on this. I am having a flare up right now. My skin is red, it's inflamed, a little bit irritated. So this is definitely a good test for it to see how well it covers everything. Don't know as much as like big breakouts, but as far as redness, we can see how it does. Okay, so first impressions of this BB cream foundation. It is extremely dewy, so I can see if you have dry skin, this would be a dream for you. The applicator, it just takes a little bit of getting used to, because it can leave some marks on your face whenever you're using it. But overall, this actually had pretty decent coverage. Like, my ears are super red, but like my face was like the same color as my ears, so you can see the difference between the two. Please. I hate my ears. I wish I had tried this earlier, like, because I get dry skin during the winter. I think this would be absolutely perfect for that. You're definitely going to have to set it. And I used my concealer. I'm still using this little one from Tarte. It's like the Hydrocealer, so it's a hydrating concealer. I thought they would mix well together, and so far they have. And I also want to note that on my nose, on the side, I have some very deep pores. Like, my nose is my problem area. This, when I went over it really just slightly, it made those pores exaggerated, but it kind of does with any foundation, but it just seemed to be a lot worse with this foundation. But I took my time and pressed the pad into my skin, and it pushed the product in, and now it looks really, really smooth. I really like the way it looks. And even down here, below my lip on my chin, the pores are more visible there as well, and same thing, they look super visible at first, but if you just take your time and just work the product and press it in, it does such a good job of covering it and kind of giving you a blurred effect in those areas. But now we're going to set it, and then we're going to move on, and we're going to try out the last item that they sent. I'm going to go ahead and have the blush, setting powder, all that good stuff on, and also everything that I'm using in today's video will be listed down below. So really quickly, let's get to the lipstick. Okay, so we have the full face on. We're down to the last item to review, and this is their Rouge Carving Lipsticks. Retails for $16.99, and I don't know what these companies are thinking with all of this engraving on the lipsticks. It makes it so pretty, like unbelievably pretty, and then I get to a point where I don't want to use it because I don't want to mess it up. But let me start with the packaging. The packaging on this is really pretty. And I went through looking at the different shades that they offer, and on each one it has a different print on there. That's really unique, and I think more brands should do that. Like, that was really, really cool. So there's a couple in there that I would buy just on the outer packaging alone. But the fun and the most important part is the actual lipstick. Now, I've tried to show this on camera so many times, so I'm going to include a mixture of video and some photos in here so that you can see the detail that they put in this. It is just honestly so stunning, and I forgot about the color that they sent me whenever I was doing this eye look, because I don't think, with everything so cool tone with eyes and my blush, this may end up looking a little bit weird, but we're going to try it anyways. And for anyone that's curious, this is the shade CR127. This is a matte formula and buildable. Yeah, this isn't going to look good together. Like, I really like my eyeshadow now that I've kind of sat with it and put the rest of my face on. This lipstick is not it, but I'm going to show you what it looks like. So that is more of one coat of the product, and we're going for coat number 2. Now, they say online that this is actually a matte finish, but it looks a little bit more glossier than that, and it may be because I had chapstick on earlier, and maybe there was a little bit of residue left on it. So let me take this off, and I'm going to reapply the lipstick and see if we can get that matte finish. Alright, so that seems to actually help it. It took away some of the shine. So it is more of a matte formula, but it still feels super comfortable. It's not drying on the lips whatsoever. It still feels very creamy. I do not like this lipstick color with this look whatsoever. I do not mind a bright orangey lip color, but definitely not with this look. So as nice as this color is, I'm going to go ahead and take it off and put on something else, something that isn't going to compete with this eyeshadow look. So we'll be right back. Okay, so that is everything that Catkin Cosmetics sent me to review. I really do enjoy the eyeshadow palette that they sent me. It's not necessarily my cup of tea whenever it comes to eyeshadow palettes, because I do tend to gravitate more towards warm tone palettes. And this is very much a cool tone eyeshadow palette, but the shimmers in here are absolutely beautiful. I love, even the ones that are sheer formula, they are just so beautiful and so reflective. And the pricing on here is pretty good as well. Oh, and also I forgot to say earlier that they gave me a discount code. So if you want to save 10% on anything that you order from Catkin Cosmetics, make sure you use the code WOLF10. You can use it on your first order. The thing that I was probably the most surprised about was the foundation. This had more coverage than I was initially expecting, but it left my skin a little bit super dewy, to the point where I was afraid that maybe the product would slide around a little bit. But once I set it with the powder, it looks beautiful. It's impressive, as long as it stays on there throughout the day and doesn't slip and slide. The lipstick, I don't really think I gave it a full test to see how it is, just because of the eye look that I made. The color that I went with here is very cool tone. It's still a bright color, but it's cool tone, and it worked a lot better than this shade. But the formula itself, very comfortable, enjoyed it. Packaging, yes, so no issues with that. It's just I wasn't planning ahead. So I'm kind of going to go a little bit further in this review, because I do have their website pulled up here in front of me, and that's what I was using to check the prices on everything. But they do offer a complete line of makeup, everything top to bottom. For face products, they do have different types of foundation. There's powder, there's primer, concealers, blush, bronzer, highlight, contour, everything for the eyes. And also, one thing that I enjoyed, for the eyebrows, they have the powder eyebrow palettes. $15. I'm actually thinking of getting that for myself because it looks really nice. And the palette that I have right now, I've had it for way too long and honestly need to throw it away. And I'm just really thinking I might try this one out. It looks beautiful and the packaging is so gorgeous. I am a sucker for packaging. The only thing that I don't really like from the brand, you know, they have a few highlighters in here and they look absolutely beautiful. My favorite one is the Moonlight highlighter. That one, the packaging and the print on the formula is just so beautiful. But the one I don't like is the Catkin and Summer Palace highlighter and contour palette. For some reason, where it looks like a seashell in the middle, I'm just one of these people that the wasted space, it just drives me crazy. So that's the only thing. I'm sure the formula is nice. I haven't tried it yet, but the outer packaging is beautiful. That's what we're used to with the other products. It's just the way they did the inside, and as far as I can tell, this is the only type of product they did this print. Well, this one and the blushes. So those two products, they're in this packaging, and I just don't care for that. So on the screen here, I'm going to show a few of their other products that they offer, and just kind of the ones that draw my attention, because they do have a lot of they have a wide assortment of products, and the packaging just gets me every time. And if the formulas are as good, especially this eyeshadow palette, if they're as good as this one, then I would want to get more in their collection. Because out of all of the eyeshadow palettes that they have, this one wasn't my favorite, but they have so many on there that have such interesting color stories. I would be more drawn to those. So I'm just going to show you different products I like on there really quickly. And also during my research, I found out that they do have a Amazon store. So if you don't want to buy directly from the website, you can buy it on Amazon, but I will warn you, the discount code they gave me, unless I get clarification from them, for now, we'll say that it only works on their website and that it does not work in their Amazon store. But if anyone wants to check it out on Amazon, I will have that link down below in the description box. So yeah, between my little try on of the products they sent me and the pictures of other products that they have, is there anything that catches your eye? I'm just curious. But yes, a big thank you to Catkin Cosmetics for sending this to me for review. I really do appreciate it. And I love you guys. Thank you for taking time to watch this. I really do appreciate it. And I'll see you in the next video. Let's play with some more makeup really soon. I'll see you next time. No. Bye! No. Have a great night. No. 1, 2, 3. Bye! Oh, that's better than what I was doing. Okay, let's redo that. 1, 2, 3. Bye! They didn't see you. You're gonna have to get like right here beside my head.
Okay, go ahead.
1. Bye! Bye!
I'm gonna do it again.
Bye! Bye!
Bye!
You're so cute. I love you.
Bye! Damn it, man. Okay.
There's the cable there.
Okay.
Bye!